This is a 2006 multi-page white paper titled The First Decade, 1950 to 1960, of Studies and Trials in the Polio Vaccine, and it's written by Korprowski, the developer of the oral polio vaccine. Remember, we're focusing on how important it was to have discovered that intramuscular injection was in and of itself most likely the main cause of the child or infant paralysis that was happening in the early part of the 20th century. Here it reads, although by that time, and this is 1930s, 1940s, most, if not all, vaccines administered parenterally, which really means it could be intravenously or it could mean intramuscularly, by needle or by scarification, smallpox. My idea, meaning Hillary's idea, when he began working with the polio virus, working with the polio virus, was to develop a vaccine that could be administered by the natural route of infection, i.e. by oral route. It was quite clear by then that inactivated vaccine was out of the question, and that a live attenuated virus, free from paralytic properties yet able to replicate in the human gut, was needed. Korprowski ponders why he was actually invited to the conference. He says that he was invited probably because of his successful production of a rabies vaccine. This is a conference that was held in 1950 regarding the development of a polio vaccine for child paralysis, by the way. Regarding the rabies vaccine, this April 29, 1950 article, Terre Haute scientist wins recognition in developing new rabies vaccine. We've had this one for a while, but there's a paragraph in here that is really jumping out at me right now. And again, two scientists, Dr. Cox and Dr. Hillary Korprowski, were co-developers of this rabies vaccine. Regarding the development of this rabies vaccine, it says in the middle, quote, all vaccines derived from brain or spinal cord tissue potentially may cause moderate or severe paralysis in the period immediately following vaccination, and that means intramuscular injection. This is not, and it says, this is not due to the rabies virus per se, but an immune reaction mechanism which causes the body to produce damage to the central nervous system. In other words, they knew, and they're admitting this with the rabies vaccine, that it was the actual injection of the material, in this case, the rabies case, it was brain and spinal material, which caused an immune reaction leading to paralysis. And it was not the virus, it was the intramuscular injection.